Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm gonna need y'all not to be so loud. Huh? Yeah, come here. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey, I am Suave. Hey, Glitz, GQ, sex is a bit fun-ish and enjoyable-ish and a bit delicious-ish. All right. Hey, One Christopher. Hey, Billy Mays. It's hard in bed. No, I ain't putting them in. I was finna invite you to come and sit with me, but if you ain't ready, it's fine. Courtney and Jerry can't watch them. Harley. Oh, they are? Okay. Hey, Space 2E. Hey, April. Hey, the HG Cop. Not a chore. Hey, Ayo Marco. Hey, Danielle. Yes, I had to get the braids back. I hated my hair. I couldn't take it no more. Hey, Queen. I'm good. How you doing? Hey, Travis. AD Patterson. Hey, I thought you wasn't gonna do one tonight. I was gonna be sad. No, I'm gonna try to keep it up. And I actually have been feeling yucky all day long, but I said I can't let my peeps down. I'm really excited about having this conversation too. Hey B, how you doing, babe? Thank you for joining. Hey Gage. Thank you, April. Hey Michelle. Hopefully Opal with you. I'm finna get ready to put the link in here. Hey, Miss Tequila J. Love you too, honey. Hey, Janetta Russell. Hey, Manuel. The title is funny as hell. The title is true. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hey, this dude and his wife. I think all my peeps may be. Hey, Phil. Yes, great. I'm thinking all my peeps are in here. So thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I've been saying if you've been on my lives or any videos that I've been trying to explain between my hubby interrupting me 1,001 times, I've been trying to explain that I had watched this or listened to this podcast. It was a podcast called Dead Ass, and it's with Duvall and Kadia. I can't ever pronounce their name, but they pretty dope. Nonetheless, on the podcast, the name of their podcast was actually the title was Monogamy and Expectation. So I kind of switched it up a little bit. But during their discussions, he asked if women see sex as a chore, why do we want monogamy? So I started discussing it with a couple of my friends or what have you. And I was like, you know what? I think it would be a great Let's Be Clear topic. I wanted to hear what other people had to say. So here we are today. So I'm going to drop the link because I've invited a couple of my friends who are in couples or just relationships in general, or married or in relationships in general. So it's not just about having to be married, and because I feel like some of these behaviors actually start taking places in while you're dating seriously or whatever. So it's really for everybody. So I hope that you guys will enjoy and jump in and make comments and share your experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in, guys, and you guys can start joining. Let's look at this. So guys, I'm putting the link in, and all you have to do is click on it, and then I'll be able to add you to it. Do you have to? Don't have me waiting forever. I know y'all see it at the bottom. Phil, Michelle, Ayana. In the meantime, I'm going to see. This is hey, Mr. and Mrs. Mag. How you doing, Carrie? The link is definitely there, Brandy. They need to be joining. They might be copping out on me at the last minute. Hey, Kiara. Mike said he was under the weather also. And the funny part is he actually had sinus issues. Him and Harley both. Harley went back to school last week and was sick in days. And then, of course, like when kids go to nursery, they be having like monster germs, like dinosaur germs. It'd be something else. And Mike's little immune system is probably worse than Harley's. So he gets sick immediately. But I don't know. I've been having some stomach issues. Like I've been nauseous all day, and I don't know. And no, I ain't pregnant, so don't be saying it. Don't even speak it into my life, please. The Smiths are here. I'm about to add you guys. Hey. How are you?
Good.
Okay, B. How you doing? Y'all a little bit blurry. Wipe your camera off.
Okay. Kiki, my hair ain't finished braiding. Don't judge me.
I ain't judging you. I'm just happy that you showed up. I can't wait to see the end result, though. Michelle, I just put it in here again. Phil, the link is in here. Let's be clear, Auntie Kiki voice. Chappelle, you determined to call me Auntie Kiki, making me feel old as hell. I'm gonna put it in here again. Okay, that's a lot better.
Wait, you gotta be able to see both of them.
All right. Hey, Phil.
What up? What up? What up?
How you doing? Where April at?
We trying to get the camera set up right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to put this. Okay. Hey, Will. How you doing? I'm so glad y'all were willing to join and jump in on this conversation. I'm hoping Mike got Harley and I had banned him from sitting with me on Let Me Be Clear because I ain't want Mike to turn into Friday Night Lives, but it might be a good conversation. So he might join me. I don't.
Okay.
He don't. Hey, Michelle. Can you hear? Oh, you got stuck a little bit. Well, what?
You didn't say both of us. You just said me.
No, I didn't, and I even tagged her in there. And I told you where she at. I'm sure she only a phone call away.
Okay, I'll call her. I'm under the weather as well, so don't mind me.
What's going on with
Hey
you?
Phil, hey April, hey Yana, hey Brand.
Hey Michelle.
If y'all haven't seen my video, shameless plug.
Everybody got their red cup.
Midnight PM. Check it out.
Hold on. Go on and get your shameless plug again.
Look, shameless plug. If y'all haven't seen my video I posted, they go to Midnight PM on Instagram. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? Did a little something. Go check
Phil actually sells I'm finna lie.
The TLC products as well as I teach people how to save in precious metals, gold, silver, numismatic coins, setting up for generational wealth. Make sure we know how to do it as Black people. So let's make that happen. Y'all holler at me.
Absolutely. Maybe you should drop your link. And everybody do have, when you get a chance, put your link in here before it's over, okay?
I'll drop my link. I got you.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. What did Oprah say?
I'm working on it.
Why are you froze? You know your internet better. Cause your mouth, you ain't moving.
Okay.
You just like a face, you just posted your picture up there. There you go, you're moving again.
Oh, because I was multitasking. I can't stay on there and make a phone call.
Oh, okay. I ain't know. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm getting a message. 1 second. I have to deal with that later. Okay, this dude and his wife, you were in there. I saw your comment, but y'all ain't joining the link. Do I need to drop it again? And thank you guys so much for being patient. We're just trying to get set up. This is the most people I've ever had in the chat at one time. Guys, we have rules and regulations. We're not gonna all talk each other. Y'all not gonna offend y'all partners, okay? Because I ain't gonna be responsible for nothing that y'all got to turn off the TV and go to, okay? So I really appreciate y'all being here and taking the time to jump in this big conversation. We still want to hear from you guys in the chat. And if you guys want to join, then absolutely. And here is this dude and his wife. Hey, you made it. Hey, bro, how you doing?
What's going on?
How you doing?
How y'all doing? So I can't say handpicked. I was really hoping that anybody would join me with this conversation. But when I thought about it, it was actually a good diverse group because everybody was in a kind of a different situation and had different opinions. So what I did was I actually just wrote down a couple of questions just to get the conversation started, and we're just gonna kind of go from there. So y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so let's see. during their conversation, I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to listen to the podcast, but during their conversation, and this is really for people who are married or are on the verge of getting married, the guy in the relationship said he used the word push. He said that he was pushed into monogamy or women push monogamy on men. And I know that naturally most of us will say, no, I got married because I love this person or because this characteristic or what have you. But I want to start off by asking, does anybody here feel like they were pushed, or is it something that we do as women to make men feel like we're pushing you into a monogamous relationship?
Don't be
I mean, you call it anybody or just anybody?
I mean, anybody can ask the question.
I can jump in there. So I think that the word push is subjective, but I'm sorry, I just saw something that said we had motion at the front door. Okay, but so I think that a lot of times women do.
April was sending folk for you already.
All right.
She did what? You did? She did what?
She said April was
sending people to get you already.
I know, man. I think that a lot of times women know the power of the I don't know if I said the power that they have, so they tend to use that as a catalyst to get you to do what they want you to do, and if what they have is worthwhile, then it has the power that it needs. And so I think that sometimes they hold back certain things until you give them the type of commitment that they're looking for and give them that title that they're asking for, and so they feel like they're getting something out of the deal as well, and not just giving all of what they think has their power away without getting something in return. So I think that plays a part in pushing you to do more so that you can get more, or so that you can continue to experience it. Did I feel pushed? So look, he's asking the questions here. It's funny that she asked that because she gave me a deadline. Let's just be clear. She told we got engaged in 6 months, right? Because she was like, after like a month or so of dating, she was like, no, it was about 2 months in the dating. She was like, in about 6 months, we need to have made another move, because I'm not trying to waste my time, if nothing is gonna come from it. So basically that was telling me you either propose to me by 6 months or we done. And I was like, whoa. But she said that ain't how she meant it. Whatever the fuck. So I made sure I gave my 6 month deadline.
Yeah, that's not how that went.
That's not how it works. So
it was like we were just having a discussion, and I was just saying I didn't have time to waste in any relationships because I wasn't even trying to date someone at the time when we became a thing. And so I just said, kind of giving markers like I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. And so at a certain point, we can see where we are, but that didn't mean you had to put a ring on it.
No, but really though, it's I want you to myself. I want to know that I have the title of one girlfriend, then fiance, or whatever. And you have, if you want to continue to get what you're enjoying from me, which whether it's the good sex or the great cooking or pampering or whatever, you gotta make a decision to move forward quickly. So pushed, yeah.
April keep walking away, Phil.
I don't know. Dog outside because our dog is whining because she hears us in here. So, but yeah, she knows the truth.
You was over there tap dancing on the words, trying to make sure you had got them all in order right. Did anyone else want to share their opinion about how they started? And also I'm gonna throw a curveball. Was anybody celibate before they decided or decided to practice no sex before marriage? So does that give you more initiative? Let me ask that.
I'll say from me and Ayana's, I'll say as far as me and Ayana, we got married at a very early age, and so I think like with me, it was more of a like you supposed to get older, you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to make a family, like find somebody like your mom, find somebody you love. And honestly, like we built a friendship first, and I kind of always knew that she was the one to marry, you know. Mm-hmm. But like push or force, it was kind of one of those things because we dated for what 5 years, and I think one of those things she put up with, you know, what I'm saying, a little bit of my bullshit, and so I know I want to be with her, you know what I'm saying, but do I continue to string her along, or do we start growing, you know what I'm saying, into what we want to become? And so I don't on my end, like pressure, force, push. Nah, I knew it was gonna have to be eventually, so it was why not now? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you understand. No, but I'm just saying, like with me though, like I said, we were fresh out of college. Honestly, that's how.
I was fresh out of college.
Fresh out of college. Okay.
Fresh out of college.
We got married at 23, so we were real fresh out of college.
Y'all had just got out of college.
So it was one of those things, like if we let's get the house now. We got to get married because her parents in the church, so we couldn't check. And so it's okay, like I said, so we saved up for a year. We got married a year after both of us graduated. We're in our career, so it was kind of why pay two different sets of bills? Why? So like I said, though, like was kind of my personal reasons behind. Like I said, I love her to death, and I loved her then. Like right in there, did I want to get married, or did I feel like that time was? I would say no, but it was one of those things. I knew I wanted to be with her. I knew eventually she was gonna be my wife. So with it, like I don't know if a man is ever really, really ready. Like, oh yeah, like ooh, but it was one of them things. Like I knew she was the one. You know what I'm saying? So I push, not me.
And so I want to hear from one of these because down here at the bottom, his wife taking her head like
I don't think men are ever actually ready. I think, like the gentleman said, it's the power of the P, and I think that what happens is y'all don't want anybody else to get it when y'all know it's really good. And I think that when y'all know y'all got somebody that can put it down like that, and y'all know she got that good, and y'all know she got some stuff that y'all want to unlock, and y'all don't want somebody else to get it, then y'all give in.
Gotcha.
That's what it is.
Gotcha.
You don't want somebody else to get it. So I think that's what it is.
Gotcha. So I mean, like that's a different friend. Ayana, do you have anything to say?
Because the thing is, if y'all wanted to run around, you could still run around. You ain't gotta be pressured.
Right. I agree. And I
got something to say to that.
Okay.
So I agree in that sense, but for me, it was a little bit different, right? So, and I don't know.
Gave you a deadline though. That's hilarious.
Other guys were put in this situation, but my lovely queen here, wife of mine, she did me a different way. It was she would give me, the yams, right? But there were other things that I wanted, to experience with those interactions, and she was like,
and other interactions.
Yeah, and she would be like, I'm not gonna do everything now because that won't leave anything for you to desire once we get married for me to show you. So she was like, I'll give you a taste of stuff, but I'm not gonna go the whole distance or the whole, sloppy nappy really good, until we get married, and then you'll experience that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I was like, well, how do I know that that's even gonna be, and so she was like, I'll give you a sample of that, but that's not something you're gonna get all the time, or not something that you're gonna get on a regular until you do what you gotta do to show me that you deserve it. That's another one of those power of the thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and it even came down to cooking. I'll show you that I can cook and that I will. I ain't cooking for you every day all the time until you make that commitment. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that that push you into making a decision. But if they the right one for you, you know what I'm saying? Just like my brother said, if they the right one for you, you know they are, you're going to make the decision anyway, but they still have that extra love. You know what I'm saying? To make it happen, to happen fast and make you make a decision.
So
wait. If you don't,
I feel like I can agree with April. I can definitely agree with his wife. I kind of know the opinion of Michelle and Ayana. Not stopping y'all from sharing because I definitely want to hear from y'all. So I can honestly say that I think that we do, because we have in our head sometimes like, I ain't giving him everything, because if I give him everything, then what he gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing too much in the beginning, or you know what I'm saying? You do have like goals for your life, like Brandon said. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like, in this period of time, I need to be buying a house. I need to be having a kid. I need to be doing this. I should have this. I mean, we all have that, even though it can be sometimes unrealistic. However, I don't necessarily know that by me stating what I want and what I desire and what my boundaries are, that I'm shoving you into doing anything.
Right.
I think that we just have that. So, like, if you took it as force, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear what he got to say, because he itching. I'm ready for
come on. What you got to say?
First of all, let me say that I never felt pushed, pressured, or forced at all. I never felt that. However, there was a plan that was explained to me in great detail. Yeah, the only thing missing, she did not give me a deadline. There was no expected completion date for this plan. However, the plan included, if we are together, you taking your black backside to college. Then you're going to find a career, not a job, a career. And then you and I need to be sitting down to discuss marriage. Now, if this is not something that you think you can do,
I'm sure.
Oh, I forgot. And we will be going to church on a regular basis. Because I wasn't going on a regular basis at the time. So we will be going on a regular basis to church to see, feel, and experience the Lord. And then we will be discussing marriage, because that is what I want in my life. Almost verbatim, I'm sure, is exactly what I was told. Okay.
So she said expectations versus she just let you know what she wanted, and you had a decision to move forward based on what she laid out. That ain't a push. That's what she
I said. I didn't push nor force. I just knew what the expectations were.
Right.
That's what I did. He just took it as a push. And plus, we got married a little bit later in life, and we both had been through a lot of different relationships, experiences. So I think sometimes, depending on where you are, and you can be young too, but depending on where you are, you ain't got time to keep doing some of the same stuff you've always done. So for me, I was trying to set expectations, set some little markers. Let's check in with each other, because I've done this plenty of times. And if you put out what it is you need or what it is you'd like your relationship to be like, because you feel this person can fit it, then there's nothing wrong with stating that. Therefore, they can, number one, know what you're looking for, but two, try to meet that, and then also prove that I've done these things. So, then we can probably reach to that next step, and then that also would include monogamy.
Right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, what is it? Why aren't you in the bed?
Did we just get paused for the baby, y'all?
Yes, we did.
Hi,
Harley.
I don't know where her daddy is. You see, this is why sex is a chore right here, because you see, this is what I'm saying. Say hey and bye.
Hey.
Bye.
Hey, Harley Boo.
Good night.
Harley.
Lisa, you know you're not camera shy. Come on back up here.
You can go and tell your daddy that you're thirsty.
Hey, while we were taking a quick break, while there was a quick little break, I got to say to both of my fellas, Man, y'all beer games is on point, dog. I'm trying to get there, man. I'm trying to get there. When I see my homies with beers on point, hey, y'all give your boy a little time, man. I done got my hot cone beer straightened and everything.
Oh my guys! First of all, you don't need all that. You don't need all that, brother.
I got all my products to keep it nice.
You don't need all of that though. All you need one product, like a leave-in conditioner and a comb.
I got the leave-in conditioner
and a comb. That's it.
Yeah,
I got the pick and the leave-in.
That's good enough, brother. Because I promise you, that's
we gonna hook y'all up after here so y'all can talk about your hair care.
I'll do it. Kiki, like that's
we was waiting for
it's a conditioner for a beer and
like that's another topic.
Right, exactly. So listen, y'all.
Real quick,
yeah, she did.
So here's my question. So now we already married for whatever reason. Whether we was pushed, taken in a wheelbarrow, drug, gave a deadline, we there. Okay. And y'all know in the beginning, we pretty much all took the same vows unless y'all wrote y'all own. Okay. And we took those vows with very good intention. Because at that time, you ain't experienced nothing. You don't experience mostly highs. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is going right. You know what I'm saying? You're having a good time. Y'all fresh. You new. You're doing whatever. Me and Mike got married. We had already been together for 4 years. So we already knew each other, but we was having a good time. Okay. And then life starts happening. Okay. So I say all of that to say, first and foremost, in my vows, let me be 100% clear. It ain't say nothing about giving him sex all the time. Okay. Did y'all say anything like that? Maybe
it didn't mention it at all, actually.
Actually, I don't even mention it at all. It has a lot of other stuff about your wealth. I needed your pockets to be right. It had sickness.
I got so much to say, so I'm glad we all.
It said I need your pockets to be right.
I needed your pockets to be right. It talked about you being sick, so we be trying to take care of ourselves. It had a list of stuff, but sex wasn't one of them.
Okay? Love, honor, and obey was sex.
Wait a minute, Vince.
No, it wasn't. No, don't follow that up. Keep going.
You coming?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Keep going, Kiki. Go ahead.
So we said a lot of stuff. I know I can't remember all of them. Honestly and truthfully, I really think I am one of those people who believe that within a short period of time, probably every 2 years, you should renew your vows to make sure you still agree with them. Okay.
Wow.
Right, after 2 years. How before we renew our license every year? Or every couple, like you can pay for like 10 years on your license. Listen, it shouldn't be that long. It should be no max at a max of 3 years. You need to be back in front of the judge, whoever the pastor, talking about if you still, or you might need to rewrite them. I strongly believe it. Anywho,
take off life or death then.
They should. Because here's the thing, this is the reality. The reality is we commit to a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily know that we can do. We have good intentions, but it's really not like we don't know for sure that we can do. We be saying it because we love you, but when shit start really hitting, sometimes I be wanting to leave every day. I almost left today. I told y'all about my apartment. Listen, so it be a lot. Anywho, so I'm staying focused. I'm coming back. Here go my question. So what I have noticed, and this could just be my situation, but I realized that in all situations, my hubby is ready for sex. We got to have some yams. We're gonna talk about them to death or whatever. For me, it is a bit of a chore. So not always. And by chore, I don't necessarily mean that it is one of those situations where it's like, okay, sometimes I do schedule it in my head. It's not that I don't enjoy this part of the chore. It's just that I do have to fill it in because it's so much other stuff happening and going on. And so my question is, kids change stuff, job change, finances change. It's a lot. It's a million different emotions. We have tragedies that we experience. Sometimes your parents got to come and live with you. It's a million things, but you have this expectation that was not in your vows that you're supposed to perform when they're ready. Is this fair?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked, is it fair? So let me pose the question to you with answering yours. So you say, in order to get the things that you want, you know what I'm saying, then you need to make that monogamous commitment to me. We need to get married, right? And so you want the sex, you want good, you want all stuff, right? So you get married to me, only me for the rest of your life, and I'm gonna satisfy your needs, right? All right. So I do that. Now you say that the sex is a chore. And that sometimes, women fall off and don't really want to do it or put it off because so many things are happening. So how about this? What you wanted from me was the feeling of security and safety. You wanted somebody that's going to man up and take care of bills, do things around the house that's necessary to be done, make sure that you feel cared for and taken care of on a regular, consistent basis. What if I said, well, shit, now since we married, you know what I'm saying, and sometimes I don't know, I just don't feel like paying them bills right now. It's a chore, it's a task. I don't really feel like getting your oil changed right now. I've been dealing with a lot in life, and right now I just don't feel like making you feel secure. I don't really feel like being, giving that safety feeling right now. Would you accept that, well, life is happening to him and, things he has to do? No, because part of the understanding was I want somebody that makes me feel safe, secure, that's going to take care of home, the bills, make sure things are right. So my expectation was, I want somebody that's going to give me the yams when I need it, make sure that I don't have to go nowhere else because you want me to be just with you. So you give me what I asked for, and I continue to give you what. But if you can fall off, I should be able to fall off.
No. Come through. I'm gonna need you to come on through because I'm about to kill him. I'm about to come for him.
All the women started talking at the same time.
Because because you're assuming that's what the female wants.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute, say what else? Say it again.
You're assuming that's what the female wants, because I'm pretty sure if she feels as though that's a chore, it's a reason why she feels as though it's a chore, and it might not be because she wants you to pay the bills.
Absolutely. Come through.
Because bills being paid doesn't make her moist.
But I didn't say just bills being paid.
Okay,
make you feel safe, make you feel secure, make you feel like things are taken care of, that you are being made important. Now, I know people say, well, the house was a mess, so I had to clean it up, and the kids had to do this. Well, if you help with stuff around the house, you help with the kids sometimes. Not even sometimes, you help with the kids as well. You know what I'm saying? And she worked and you work, so both of y'all have responsibilities. At the end of the day, if you don't want me to get my sexual needs satisfied from somewhere else because you asked for monogamy and you asked for, that type of relationship, then it's your responsibility to make sure I don't have to go nowhere else to get it.
I agree. You know what? Just say she agreed. Then that means it's okay for me to get my emotional support from somewhere else too.
Right. And then let's be clear, because you talking about all this safety and security, that's also required from our part of the bill as well. You don't want no weak ass woman that's around there like making you feel all of these type of things. So again, let's come back to, because them bills and all that type of stuff, half of the time we making the same type of money y'all is. So that security that you talking about, we can provide for ourselves.
So here's the thing.
Wait. Okay. First of all,
Vincent, come through. I'm gonna need you to help clarify Phil.
No, because I can clarify, but I have to let
listen, the man spoke for himself. I am not here to he know what he meant to say. Okay. This is what I'm saying. And I am not speaking to about anyone here. This is in general.
Put that clause out there. Put that out
Got to be careful. So I'm of the mind that there's a lot of stuff around the house that needs to be done that has nothing to do with physical interaction with my wife. And for a very long time, I was not paying attention to the amount of these things that she was doing that I didn't even pay attention to.
Okay.
Like a lot of stuff, I would just, in my head, it was just done. And that was it.
Yeah. I was just talking to you about that today, wasn't I?
So
I think all of us guys have that problem.
Yeah. When when we first ran into that specific issue, she laid out for me basically what she does when she comes home. And at the time, I was a cook. I would go to work at like 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I wouldn't even get home until 2 o'clock in the morning. So if I wanted some yams or some mac and cheese, I would have to go wake her up to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So at 2 o'clock in the morning, after she's had her extremely long day, plus had to deal with the kid all day, and then I'm coming home like, what you mean you sleep? That was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always about. I feel a lot of us accidentally make it a I'm doing this, so you should, a quid pro quo. I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do, so you're supposed to do these things for me. And unfortunately, it's not that cut and dry. It's not that black and white. Sometimes I can't get to the sticky yams that I want because I came home and left a pair of sneakers by the door, a pair of socks by the couch, a shirt on the door, and my pants in the middle of the bedroom floor. And from what I understand, that is incredibly annoying to someone.
It is.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I remember one time when, back in the day when we were dealing with this issue of why can't I get some regularly, she broke it down for me and was like, no, we actually went to
it's a marriage group.
A marriage group at church, retreat thing, and she said that if she comes home from work and she walks in the house and there's dishes all in the sink and the kitchen is a mess, even if while she was at work she had been thinking about the things I'm gonna do to him when I get home, she totally went dry as soon as she saw that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like reality hits and now I gotta do housework, I gotta clean up the kitchen. I can't even start cooking right away because I gotta clean up first. And I was like, so I was like, if I do the dishes, does that mean I get some Rex? She was like, that's not just the only thing, but if things aren't always left up to her to do, you know what I'm saying? And she's not always thinking, I still gotta wash them clothes, I still gotta do this with the kids, I still gotta do this, then maybe my mind will be a little more open to, my juices flow. So
what you trying to say, B?
Oh no, I think too everybody different because like I said, some people really love sex and they want it all the time and they affectionate, they touchy feely, something like that. But some people, it's not at the top of their priority. If they get it, shit, they cool. If they don't, they cool. You know what I'm saying? They don't want. It's not necessary for some people. You know what I'm saying? And I think if it's a situation,
most of them people be women.
like I said, we ain't pointing no elbows. We ain't saying no names.
From my experience, most of them be women. Dudes be like, let it go, and women be like, I mean, is that all that's about to you? So those things.
But can somebody clarify why that is? Like, don't get me wrong. I know some women who are just like, I'm down. I don't care what's going on, whatever. I'm down all the time. But why is it that through rain, sleet, snow, death, wealth, whatever, y'all can always do it? Like, why is it always okay?
We gotta take that opportunity.
What did he say?
We got to take advantage of the opportunity when we can get it. So yeah.
But her question is, why do y'all? It's always an opportunity. Like, tap, like I'm asleep. It don't matter. Awake.
I have two answers.
I have
two answers.
Always wanted.
Vince got two answers.
I got two answers. One of them is a scientific biological fact, and the other one is my opinion.
Okay.
Scientific biological fact, because our sexual organs are outside of us, we feel a constant need to use them. Scientifically proven.
Really?
Look this up. Yes, and the way that it was first discovered, I hate to say this because we all black, but the way it was first discovered was through monkeys, chimpanzees, and gorillas.
Wow.
So they started paying attention to it, and then the same test was applied to men, and it was the exact same thing.
So why we don't touch our boobs?
It's primal.
That's not so. Your boobs are not actually a sexual organ. Just you happen to be aroused by them when I touch them.
Just because y'all got
that's true though. That's good. What is your opinion though? You said you had an opinion too.
All right. So my opinion is that not all, not even like a large majority, but some of y'all know that you can use that to get us to do things. Not all. Not you. Stop looking at me like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm getting there. See, I ain't even finishing. Everybody's faces was all screwed up. Let me finish. Okay? Because you spend so much of your time properly utilizing your power, some of you build this void that we constantly want to fill. So it gets to a point where I don't give a damn what's going on. We got 15 minutes and there's an empty closet. Let's make this happen.
So you're essentially blaming women.
No, I'm not blaming women.
That's what that sounded like.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm still confused.
I got another answer for that. Okay, and here's why we want it all the time, or you think that we want it all the time. So before I got married, I'm gonna tell you why. It's a thought that y'all have, but it's really not reality. Let me tell you why. So before I got married, there was this guy that told me when he knew I got engaged, he was like, "Don't do it, man, don't do it." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because the sex is gonna stop when you get married." I was like, "No," I was like, "That's in-house booty." You know, what are you talking about? He was like, "What I want you to do," he said, "Before you get married," he said, "I want you to get a jar," and he said, "I want you to put a penny in the jar for every time you have sex before you get married with your girl, and then once y'all get married," he said, "I want you to put a penny in the jar for every time y'all have sex then, and I guarantee you, your jar once y'all are married will never get as full as the jar before you got married." He said, because women, once they have that security and they have that title, it's kind of like one of those, now that we living together and married, there's so much other things that have to get done. But when you were dating, it was like, every time I come over and we hang out, we get it.
Yeah.
You had to do housework. You still had to feed the kids.
See, I disagree with
No,
that.
hold on. That's not.
I don't disagree. I agree with that. I agree with more responsibilities.
I agree with that part, but I think
it won't be as exciting as it was before. To me, for a lot of people,
I agree with you.
You can live with each other. I ain't got to see you every day. I ain't got.
And that's why I feel like when you're dating, like
there's a lot more that goes into it.
But once you're married, you usually have kids. You have to come home.
It's one right behind
you. Responsibilities change. I do think it's a fact that dating, married sex is totally different.
But what if
it is
doing? I'm about to say, but what if the dude is doing the things that you want him to do in order for him to get the, you know what I'm saying?
That's the key. And then the point that I was
like, I'm doing everything. Like, you're doing everything. You see, like, what is?
And another thing that adds on to that is,
because I promise you.
I don't think that that's realistic, because here's the thing. If you guys were doing everything, like at the end of the day, I still feel like, and I could be being biased here, or I could just be speaking from my own experience. Regardless of what Mike does, he still never does as much as I need to. As much as I do. Case in point being, he's upstairs with Harley. She came all the way down here to tell me that she was hurt. Yep. And then she came after the fact. We still have more responsibility
on that window. She preferred to come holler at you. She knew exactly where I was at, and she skipped right past me.
No, Devin will do the same thing. She can be there taking a nap, and he'll go.
Here's a real question.
And I look at the live, and I see her on the live.
Hold on, though. I gotta ask this question. How is that Mike's fault?
I'm not saying that it's his fault. I didn't say that it was his fault. It's his fault because he knew that tonight is my Wednesday night live.
I didn't know.
And he's supposed to be on. It is his fault. Let me go back. It is his fault.
I didn't know it would come down
because Wednesday night lives belong to me, and then he is on that.
This was post me putting the baby to bed, so I didn't know she was coming down.
I understand that. I'm not so in that way. I wasn't blaming you. I feel like it's your fault.
It's your fault, but I'm not blaming you.
I'm not. That wasn't what the topic was about. Y'all, give me a minute here. I'm trying to pull my thought together. What I'm specifically saying is whether it was a preference for her or what have you, She still came down here to me. She could have ran in her. She knew who her daddy was. She still came. So my thing is even when y'all don't try to give us more responsibility, just because of the role that we play in the family, we still generally have more responsibility. She calling my name right now. He a whole person right here.
Sex is
okay.
So let me
sex is a stress reliever.
Kiki, I don't know if you listen to the whole podcast.
And then you talking loud. I can't hear you. Hold on one second. Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't know if I listened to all of the podcasts, but I listened to the majority of it today. And one thing that I always would be thinking about is that when you're dating, you have time to be separate and gain that longing for the other person. But when you guys are together every day, those other things do filter in. That doesn't mean it should be an excuse, but they also can sometimes be the reason why it didn't happen tonight. You know what I'm saying? A particular night. But the other part is, to answer somebody's question, I do think that if the wife or the woman or the whoever, if the person is trying to do some of those other things that are important, I think we have to try to check in with ourselves and say, have I at least given to him something I know that he does want and need frequently. But that does not mean that because you do everything every single day, that wife is going to give it to you every single night or 3 times a day or whatever the requirements are.
Okay. So
three times a day.
So the point I was making when I said that I'm gonna show you why it's not what you believe that it to be, that we just want it all the time, anytime, no matter what the situation is, is because of the infrequency. Is that a word? Did I make
yes.
The infrequency in which we get it once we get married. Anytime the opportunity is given to us, we're ready to take it. So if we were getting it on a regular, like
what's the regular?
Maybe 3 times a week.
That's a good question, Ayana.
Let's say we're getting it maybe 3 times a week. Let's just say that's on a regular.
Okay.
Then maybe it wouldn't be every time we see an empty closet or anytime we got 15 minutes or whatever, we trying to get it, because we know that we're going to regularly get it. But if you getting it once or twice a month, then every time you find an opening, the kids asleep, or you're somewhere where you're in the car waiting on a long line at the restaurant, whatever, then you trying to get it. So if it was on a consistent basis that you got it, it wouldn't be where y'all think you just wanted it. Somebody died, and somebody got married, and somebody happy, sad. It wouldn't be that. But it's the lack of consistency that makes us have to take advantage of any and every opportunity.
I disagree with that. I think you're just greedy.
You think what?
I think you're just greedy. I think even if you got it consistently, you would still be greedy.
He would take it
I feel like if you gave it every day, they're gonna expect it every single day.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. It never stops.
I think that if you ask me for it or you want it from me, there's no reason I should turn you down. So I'm not
saying that you should. I just disagree with your statement. That's it, sir.
Okay.
I'm not saying you should turn it down. I'm not against it. I'm just saying you're greedy. Men are greedy.
So would it be considered greedy if I got it on a regular and then you wanted it from me and I said, nah, not tonight, I'm good tonight? Would you feel like I was doing that to not be greedy, or would you feel rejected then? Because what happens is women don't know what it feels like to be rejected from sex, because we don't turn you down, but y'all turn us down.
Happy to get that pussy.
So we the pride in us.
Correct. I do not know what it feels like to be rejected
and
from
she
sex.
never will.
I don't know what it
because
feels
we're not
like.
gonna say no. You know what I'm saying? We don't give it to you if you need it, but you can turn us down often. I mean, there may have been twice out of 5 years that I might have said no, and it might have been because I was sick, or terrible migraine or something.
Does this count though? Eventually, at one point in your life, you're gonna have erectile dysfunctions. Does that count?
You better get the new pill or get something,
Does that count?
Let's talk about erectile dysfunction, because if she's sucking it right, you know. Okay.
That don't count. That don't count.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know about ED.
What they call?
Listen.
What they call female dysfunction when y'all juices turn to dust? What that's called?
Right.
Like
they don't got a name for it.
When y'all get real tangy down there.
They don't have nothing for that, but I work at a hospital.
It happens though.
And here's another.
Post-menopause?
Let me not go there.
Menopause won't make you get dry.
I don't know.
I'm for that.
So
I've been rejected. Go ahead.
Hold on, I wanted to finish that. Go ahead.
They said that they didn't know what it was like to be rejected.
Who didn't know? The women on here don't know the language.
Right. You rejected me before.
Man, you
but it's very rare. It's very far.
It's not all the time, but man.
But y'all don't really know what it feels like because you don't get it enough. It may happen every blue moon.
I got another one. This very vulgar.
Oh Lord.
I like
vulgar.
You ain't never pulled out of somebody that was like, that's not rejection?
Wait a minute, pulled out of somebody what?
That was like what?
She means, have you ever gone to have sex with a woman, discovered that there were no walls within that room, and decided you did not want to stay in said room?
That's rejection.
I would say
is that rejection?
It's not rejection, it's disappointment.
You know, the better.
What he says is what?
It's very disappointing. Let me tell you. It's disappointing. Very disappointing. Okay?
Hey, so
ruin your whole night.
The better rejection is your stuff's so garbage I couldn't even.
You know what's funny about that though?
Real rejection.
I had a situation one time, not Kiki. Man.
Clarify that. Put that out there.
Make sure you put that out there.
Shawty. This girl, man, it was something about it. It just wasn't hitting right. I don't know if it was dry. I couldn't get mine, and I was trying. I was sweating. I think I was gonna have abs when it was over with, bro. Like I was working hard, and I actually faked it. I actually faked it. And let me tell you, I was so young. Let me tell you how stupid I was. She was older than me. I made a little noise, you know, something like I got it up at me, and then she said, "Oh, you came?" I said, "Yeah, girl, that was good." And then she looked down and she did her hair like this with the rubber and said, "It ain't nothing in here." So that was my embarrassment.
I had something in there.
About if it happened or not.
See, women get rejected. That proved my point.
It don't happen often.
You was already doing it. You tried to perform. It just that it was disappointment, like Brandon said. But you have, I think that the reason that we feel rejected is because it does not happen that often. The times that Mike has rejected me, I'm taken aback because you usually always want to smash. Bruh. So what is it about me today that makes
and she be like in her feelings too. She be like, really? Like I'm never gonna try it again.
And rejection for women though equal cheating. Like if you sitting there saying, "No, that's the first place I had go," we be all the way down a rabbit hole.
Oh
like
no!
You already got one out today.
No, don't do that.
I didn't say that's what you were doing. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying like
you want it so often.
It be like I don't say it on these lives plenty of times. I got my mind. It's somewhere else. Sometimes I got mental situations going on that prevent me from being able to be right there at that specific time. Sometimes, not all. Every now and then, I'm like. Oh, like you said, the regular excuses that they use. I got a headache or I'm super tired, man. The first time I be tired.
The regular excuses.
I can barely lift myself off the couch. I tell my coworkers that at work, I'm like, bro, sometimes I be so tired and she want it, and I just be like, dang, man. You give me a minute, and then I end up falling asleep on the couch. And they be like, what? I'm always ready. I can't believe you older me. And I'm like, dang, y'all make me feel bad. You know what I'm saying, bro?
First of all, the niggas lying. Let's just go.
Yeah, they lying. Yeah.
I feel like they are too. But no man want to admit that because that's an ego thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, listen. I'm gonna be real. I'll be honest. It has happened exactly one time in the 20 years I have been with this woman. Once.
Yeah, all the other times you didn't feel like doing it, you were like,
wait. That night she woke me up. I didn't make it the whole night with a no.
See, like you got your nap in. Now
I got a quick nap.
There you go.
Hey, but you know what? I got a question for the fellas. I got a question. All right. So as we're talking about this being a chore for women, right? And is it just me or is it a turn off to y'all as well? If you want it, right? And you ask them for it, and then their response is,
Oh, come on.
No, here we go. Well,
I'm here.
I show them tired and I gotta get up in the morning, whatever. But just come on so we can get it over with.
Oh,
and then if you don't want to do it,
I feel like I'm paying for it right now.
What you just said made it not sexy.
Feel. It probably was like 2 weeks ago, Sean.
Or hit you with the look. I'm about to go to sleep. I had been telling her, better come on.
Look. I think I had defrauded her one time and said that, hey, I got a headache. I'm ready to go. Man, I'm tired. You know, I've been up all night and recording these videos. I'm ready to go to bed. And so it was a couple of nights later. I think she was tired, but I was like, let me go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get it in. And what happened?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I turned
She said, come on here.
I said
Like
took her drawers down and proceeded to stick her booty in the air.
Oh, that's happened. That's happened.
She did it though. She still did it.
No, but that's chore.
No, I didn't. One time I didn't do nothing. I said, "Shawty, you don't messed up. I don't even want no more."
Yeah,
like that.
And then you rejected me, and I really want.
And I feel like at that point, I feel like I'm paying for it. I feel like I'm gonna start. I know, but directly paying for it. And I feel like I'm gonna start hitting it, and you're gonna be like, come on, you ain't nut yet. Come on, try to throw it back or something. And then I'm gonna be like, look, this is embarrassing for both of us.
Hey, I've had that situation, and I'll be like, I don't even want it no more now because it seems like it's. And then there'll be times where she'll say something. There's been a time she'll say something to me like, okay, look, we can do it, but you can't do all the extra. Just stick it in and let's go. You know. And I'm like, because all the rest of the stuff take too long. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, my bad.
Like, that's not sexy no more. Now you telling me, I don't want you to do all that other stuff. Just pull it down and bend over and stick it in. You know, and I'm like, I kind of
want to get aroused. I want to get aroused first. I want to get it.
I want to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a little bit older. My stuff don't just jump up no more just because you got to do something to me. You know, you got and then they think, oh, you know, you're not attracted to me. I'm attracted, but baby, my shit just don't get up like it used to unless you touch, you give me some dick and feel it or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
that thing is moody.
It's me. It's not you.
Hey,
it's not you.
That thing be moody sometime, bro.
Yeah, man. And so that's why feeling chore-ish is just no good. You know, for it to seem like a chore. It's a turn off.
First of all,
when you talking about here you go. You want it?
Listen, I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity to pass the offering plate because you just preached.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's the truth, man. That's the truth. The church is now open.
I just want to make sure that we say, because I can't see the comments, but I'm pretty sure somebody in there acting a fool about this.
I can feel.
I can already see this happening. We not saying that you just because we want it, you're supposed to be able to flip and turn a switch on, but it becomes more times than not that we hear the okay, come on, or you act like we bothering you to try to get it all the time.
Right.
That's when it becomes.
Danielle said, but sometimes you just need something quick. Then she said, I thought y'all already be aroused though, LOL.
Right.
No, let me
we said we always want it. We ain't say we always aroused.
Let me touch on what Danielle said, man. Because I
get it up, we put it down.
I experienced that about once we got married, man. Because me and Ayana, like, I was trying to be a great husband.
No.
I'm trying to please her. I'm trying to foreplay her, and she said, "Nah, nigga, I just want the dick." Just
all the time.
And so, like, my feelings were hurt because I was really trying to please my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most men do, but she was like, nah, nigga, just stick it in. Like, I ain't got time for all that. And I was hurt to the heart.
Wait.
You know
Y'all, I was working
You say you hurt to the heart.
I can't hear you.
You were working what?
11 to 8 then. So I'm getting home 9, 10 o'clock.
I'm working 6 to 6.
Like, no. So every night can't be no hour-long shit. Like, sometimes you got to get to the get to. Now, 12 years later,
I didn't get to
12 years ago. Because I was tired and I wanted us to come on. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 30, and sometimes it go longer. You got to know.
No, man.
I agree with you.
I agree.
You're still getting it, and usually it's still good. So y'all, I mean, like, help us by not being in your mind about it. Just come on.
Let's be clear.
Don't be in your mind.
By not being in my. Let me tell you something about penis. Let me tell you something about a penis that you might not know. It's more, the control of that is more up here than it is down there.
Clearly, the control of
But I mean, that's the same with us.
Look, if you ain't ready right here, that thing is not going there, bro.
No, so here,
you said you had to get it any chance you
Hold on, one more thing though. And if a woman, if it don't seem like you want me,
I be wanting it. Mike, I be wanting it. I just want
it. You can't be like, I'm doing it just because I want to give it to you, right? I mean, just
like you doing me a favor.
Right.
You're wrong.
But it's not always there, because sometimes it does feel
I be
inconsiderate.
wanting it. But every day ain't a performance.
Right. I was saying sometimes it you say it's a mind thing for you guys, but for us, because we know, I probably know he's gonna ask for it tonight. And like I think at the top, Danielle, I remember one time I was working and I had to be at work at 6:15, and so I would go to bed a lot earlier than him because he's a night owl. And so we would constantly have some issues there because of me needing to go to bed. So then one time it's like, all right, well, here it is, come on, and then no. So, but I can't sit there and do all the things to get up to the level you want it to be. Sometimes it's like, well, here it is, and you don't like that.
Okay. No, hold on. So here's the thing.
That seems to be not taken in consideration.
It's not taken into consideration. Here's the thing.
Tell me then how it was.
I'm gonna tell you how it was. So I go back to saying the thing about consistency, right? If it was something that we got on a regular, right? Then if you said tonight we can't do all the extras, let's just go on and get it in, then that's one thing. But if we're not doing it on the regular, when we do it, I want to lick you so you have me sucked on. I want to rub you. I want to, I want to do all that. But I'm saying,
well, y'all need to reserve that for the weekend.
Hold up,
if I'm saying it can happen, but it has to happen in a quick way because it's about time.
That's just like scheduling the sex. All right, on Tuesday at 7, we're gonna do it, and it's Thursday last week. So I know.
No, don't schedule it.
I don't like no turn on. That ain't sex.
I like spontaneity, like that's more than. Like, but I'm gonna tell you the only time that all the extras are not required, all the licking, the only time that is not required is when the atmosphere calls for it. If you're in a situation where y'all sneaking to do it, or you somewhere you're supposed to be, ain't no time for foreplay. I can just come on, jump on in it because the atmosphere has already got you to that point where you're aroused, like because y'all ain't supposed to be doing it. That's the only time you ain't got to be licking and foreplay and all that stuff right now.
Right. I 100% agree. Any other time, we got to get it in.
Now, and we got a
I ain't got to
hotel room and the candles are lit and it's finna go down.
But see, you're not having no problem.
Witness.
This is what I'm trying to get you to say. You said it best. You said that your man down there don't operate until your man up here do. I think I can speak for myself. I am in my mind all of the time. I have 1,000,001 things going on.
Right.
Okay, it takes a lot for me to get up. Like it really do. Like, and I'm saying, like
get up. Wait a minute, to get up.
We need to reassess some things. This is Let's Be Club. Please.
Is this something I need to know?
Yeah.
Clarify, please.
Yes. Clarity.
No,
but
to get up to the sex.
What you want me to say? It's taking for me a lot to get there, okay? But that's what I'm saying. Like, going back to my initial question, it's like you guys are always in the mood. Like, I don't care. I could have got fired today, and Mike could be like, "Shit, let me get some." And you be like, "Bitch, I'm not."
Let me take your mind off of it.
It'll make you feel better.
Yeah,
She's
exaggerating, but it can be after she had a hard day.
But listen though,
I be thinking after this hard long day, you might need some hard long.
No, I need a shower.
Listen though, but listen, though, right? I got another biological fact for you.
No, keep that.
Why I gotta keep it?
All right, so check it out. I think this though.
What I was about to say.
Do you realize that you know how y'all be like, well, we on an extra foreplay, y'all just bend over and be like, come on, stick me in. And I say, you know, we need a little something extra to get us up. Sometimes y'all do know that y'all not just instantly wet all the time, right? Just because you want us to stick it in. There's some dryness going on there sometimes. And we like,
talking about, hey, Phil, talking about sticking in, and you feel like you sticking into the damn wall. You just be like, wait a minute.
Well, who fault is that?
Come on,
you gotta give me some easy access, yo.
I'm in my mind.
Y'all think that all the y'all think that y'all
Oh,
ready all the time, but you're not.
you don't want to do this shit in the first place. Seriously. But I mean, in all fairness, okay, seriously, in all fairness, I can speak for myself. Even though sometimes I am seeing it as a chore, I am seeing it as a task, I don't make him feel that way. It's plenty of times when we be like, come on, and I'd be like, okay, Kiki, pull your mind together. Don't worry about what's going on the outside of this. You got to be here now, okay? Just be here now. You don't be knowing what's going on. So why is it the fact that you know that we think that it's a chore that's a turn off? Or, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's still good. It's still like, if we never said that, or if you didn't feel like that, would you feel like we weren't available? Like, I don't know if I'm asking my question right, but you see what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what?
I'm not always telling you this is a chore. Yeah, everyone, that particular time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn around and go ahead and get this over with. So you knew it. But for the most part, I think we played the part real well.
But you have to understand, guys, we are visual and physical creatures, and we have a pride thing. So if you don't make us feel wanted or desired, the upness and the goodness of it ain't gonna be what it would be if we felt wanted and felt desired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, foreplay, it make the male and the female more aroused, which makes for better sex regardless though. So
now, I did do the homework. And I watched the
What show you watch?
I watched DeVell and Kadeen's podcast today. I made sure to go over it twice, and that was actually a big ticket item they both spoke on. We feel a lot of the times like we're not wanted, and then we start wondering what the hell it is that we did or what is going on with us that all of a sudden made you decide that this is a job. Like, this is right. I got to go to the bank, I got to go to the grocery store, I got to come home and cook, and then I got to have sex. So much to do. So some of us begin to overanalyze what makes you flip that off for us, and we can't figure out. Then we begin to overcompensate, which a lot of times is where that always wanting it comes from, because now I got to see what it is that I did wrong. If I did everything today and it worked, okay, well, I'm gonna do this everything again 2 days from now, see if it worked. Oh, damn, it didn't work. Okay, well, now I gotta try something else. Not all the time, but some of the time. You also have a lot of the time where we know we've done every single thing and we could possibly have done that day. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't say hello to you this morning, or we didn't text you some point in time during the day. And that be the reason that you come to us with a hell no when we ask for it. And to us, that just does not register. Not necessarily that we think you're dumb or that this concept is dumb, but that just doesn't make sense.
No, because sometimes we be thinking like, what I do?
Right. Like, how would I have known that this one stupid little detail was what's keeping me away from it? Right. So it's like a lot that
times we can definitely be emotional, and we will find any way to get out of it. Like, anyway, because it is a lot. Like, it's a whole performance. Like, it's a production. Like, you can't, like you said, you can't just turn around and be like, okay, let me put my ass in the air. You want to feel needed. It's a lot of stuff. And it, like I said, at the end of the day, we don't sit in traffic. Them kids done called our names 1,000 times. We had to do the damn bills. And we mad as fuck because you done bought 1,000 pair of tennis shoes for one goddamn week. We don't, you know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? And then you want me to sit there and look at you and actually want you? Sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes we just don't want it. And it's just that simple.
I don't know what the hell I just feel over.
Okay, so I got.
Hold on, do y'all
something.
agree?
Again
Do
tomorrow.
y'all agree with cool guy Dre said? Us men need to know how to practice self-control and go without the cat for a little bit. But on the flip side, we should not withhold the cat from them, especially when they ask for it.
No,
But have
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
So
I withholding when we being asked for it.
So let me pose this, right? All right. Yeah, and this is an unpopular opinion. I'm gonna tell you that right now, unpopular opinion. But so we understand, and I'm gonna hear me all the way out before you say so. So we know that a marriage is a full-time job, right? It's not just something you can do occasionally. If you married, it's all the time, right? So I did the scenario with the boo. I said, all right, and this was early on in the marriage. We not like it no more. So and I said, if you don't feel like going to work or you don't feel like doing whatever the job is, you still go because you know you have to get your paycheck. Because a full-time job is your response. When you go to work, that's your responsibility to perform at your highest ability while you're there. It's your job to go to deal with your coworkers when you don't feel like it. It's your job to do what your manager tells you to. And when you have a headache, you still go to work. When you just sit in traffic, you still go to work and you still perform. So if your marriage is a full-time job, then if you got a headache, you need to still perform. If you sit in traffic, you need to still perform. So my thing is, when it's time to get in them games, which is part of your marriage, a full-time job, you get to perform.
So we got to look at our marriage as a full-time job. Then you goddamn right, it's a fucking chore. I got to go in here and do this because let me be
clear. Still, you on your job though, you get sick days.
I just
Oh
said
my
that.
God! You just said the exact same word.
Hey, you get paid for it. And you get paid.
I like it. Hold on.
You know what? You also get bonuses too, though, man.
But that was a bonus.
Listen, though, I got a hell of a perk.
The thing I was saying is, if your full-time job you do when you don't feel like it because you're gonna get paid, if what I want from you, you gonna get something from that too, a real bonus. You're gonna get a nut just like me. So even if you don't feel like it, something great is gonna come from the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So do the stuff that needs to be done as your full-time job.
But here's the thing, though. I also go to work sick. So when I say roll over and come on and get it, you should be okay with that too. Because I go to work sick. I perform with a headache.
Going to work sick.
No.
I'm just saying you could
don't complain now. Don't complain.
Yeah. Okay, well,
if we go back to those seriously looking at the podcast,
I'm just saying I'm using your scenario.
Because she do go to work sick.
Your volume down for some reason.
So like if we're really going back to the podcast, because I looked at it too, the Val and Kadeem, the main question was, why do women require monogamy in a relationship if they aren't willing? So I still don't feel like we touched that. And she kind of touched on it because, like, we got married at 23. I can say this because we both say this. I wouldn't have gotten married that young because you don't know what you signed up for. You don't know the responsibilities. And so as we're sitting here talking, I know there are times I just don't do it because I don't feel like it. It ain't got nothing to do with what they have or haven't done. So it was an eye-opener to me in their conversation because I do feel like as women, sometimes we do require that without giving what we are supposed to as well. So I would love for us to really get back and touch on that piece because I do find it to be factual.
Yeah.
Now I'll be honest.
I say this for me and in my 20s, we were just cut buddies. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
So we got it in
all the time,
public, whatever,
wherever the hell,
right?
Amen.
So yeah, so we got married in 2008, right? And not 2008. We got back together in 2008, right?
And we right. Thank you.
I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm here. Get the details correct.
Right.
Thank you for the support, sir.
I'm sorry.
So we got back together in 2008 and we sustained. All right. Until we got, look at y'all faces. Until 2012, right? We already know what it was like because
we've been doing it.
We've been doing it forever and we got a son. So we got married 2012.
We abstained from 2010 to 2012.
Right. And so
we abstained from sex?
Yes.
So y'all ain't
For 2 years?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I'm with you. I'm lost already.
No, this is very honorable because
it's great.
Living in the same house. Yeah.
Like I started sleeping in a different room because I could not lay next to her in the bed without something jumping off. So
so we did. We went 2 years.
Like the room we're sitting in now, I used to come in here and sleep.
Or just the
all kinds.
Yeah, nothing.
All of everything off the table for
off the
2
table.
years.
Like
But mind you, I had already been having sex with her on a steady basis almost for 10 years at that point.
Yeah.
So I already knew what I was getting. This was the dairy product for me, and it's coming home.
Okay, so I do have one question to interrupt you because y'all had been doing it for 10 years. I always wondered this. What was the point in stopping for 2? Were you trying to regain?
That was our spirit. No. It was a spiritual thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I
can rock with that. Okay.
We had gotten really heavy into church and
rededicated.
We rededicated ourselves to the way it was supposed to be biblically. So we decided to go about it the biblical way. The only thing was I couldn't move out because I don't know nobody here. We not from here. And there's bills in this house that still got to get paid. This, that, and the third. So we was good.
Yeah.
Go
so
ahead,
that's what we did. So got married, then pulled everything out. I'm good with it. Stores, get stuff, spice it up. Mm-hmm. That's me. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with all that. And then there are birth controls that hinder libidos. Went through all of that. Yep. So there are certain hormones that will also hinder your sex life. So women, you have to look into that as well because we went through that process as well. It might not be that you just don't want it. It could be hormonal as well. So that's something that you should look into as well because it could be that because we went through that situation as well. So went through that. And then he's just acting a donkey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so the stuff I used to do, I stopped doing. So it's not that it ain't in me.
Mm-hmm.
It's in me.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It ain't that I don't want to do it because if he get it up, I'm gonna put it down.
Right. Time is proper shit.
Yeah. He's just acting a donkey. So I ain't gonna say I don't want to do it. I do want to do it because I like him. He's my friend.
So I say to that in y'all situation, then it's not necessarily chore-ish. It's you didn't do something, so I'm showing you. But
no, it's not showing. It's not that. No. I'm not turned on.
Right. Okay.
Because it's emotional. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it does feel like a chore when I do go in. So if he come ask for it, like he said, what I do?
Oh, there was this one time.
I'd be like, I'm about to go to bed.
One time. Hold on now.
So I do that.
Stop. There was this one time I asked, and she flat out laughed at me.
I'm a different kind of chick.
Boy, I'm about to go light everything I could find on fire. Who are you laughing at?
Because I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk. Right.
So something had happened. I did something, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I know what it takes to get her to where I need her to be or where she needs me to be.
So a lot of times men listen to your women because I'm pretty sure they have already told you.
We was going to get to
the reason. So why to them it feels like it's a chore. So yes, it does feel like a chore, but there's a reason why it feels like a chore because when we come home, we're still working.
Right, which is why
you're on YouTube.
Earlier in this conversation, I brought up that she lists like this was probably 2009 or 2010 before I proposed to her. She had listed out this day that she had, and I was like, God, dog, I don't be doing none of this stuff.
Because when y'all come home, y'all shut down.
I go in the room and play video games for 5 hours.
We don't shut down when we come home. We're still working.
Well, I take my hands off to all the men that can come home and have leisure time, play video games and stuff like that. I don't really get a lot of that. Not a lot. No. These are facts. I have literally damn near 3 jobs on this is
what's your third one?
This is number 4 if you count this counter that I'm not really putting a lot of energy into right now. But the sponsorship.
YouTube's another job.
I'm a full-time truck driver, 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
I got a YouTube channel with over 300,000 subscribers that I got to put at least 4 videos a week. 4 videos a week, including editing and all that stuff, which takes hours.
Yes.
What else? I got the sponsorships that I gotta adhere to. I got 2 or 3 sponsorships, and I gotta have these deadlines done. Plus, I said that channel, this channel right here, you make content for, edit. We learn how to edit, so it ain't all gotta be on me. All that shit going on too. So I'm just saying, on my part, sometimes the yams, they look so tasty and scrumptious, but I be like, okay, can I get a slick rain check on them yams? Just a slick rain check.
Let me be clear.
I promise I'll pick it up extra the next time.
Let me be clear. I don't know if y'all want to agree with me, and women, y'all don't have to. But
she finna come for me.
I'm not finna come for you.
Ready.
I'm actually finna give you a favor, but you better not ever do this. Let me be clear. I wish it was a bitch. Excuse my name. Sorry. I wish it was a woman.
Grown folks. See, when I get in here, you just turn to somebody.
I wish it was a woman. She ain't got to have no name. She can just be number 16. Okay.
Number 16.
Hello. They need to be able to text her. Number 16, I just need some ass. They don't need to talk. They don't need to do shit. Just go smash.
You are not.
I'm not fucking great because I got a million other things to be going on. Sometimes in my mind, I'm thinking like that. Now I don't want. I really don't want number 16.
What Brandon talking about?
I really don't. But in my mind, sometimes, because
B, what you say?
What you say?
B, what you say?
I said, Kiki, the way you were looking at Mike when he was talking about the girl that he knew before you, like you would not allow that nigga to have a number 16.
I just said.
Wait, hold up.
Number 5 or number 2?
In my mind.
Who remembered the chick that Mike got a text message about from his friend?
Oh,
no. And she thought
don't
that
do
was
it. Don't do it. Don't bring it up.
So wait, look, stop.
No,
Kiki.
Don't give her that one.
Kiki, stop saying that. You will never let another chick know.
I didn't say I would. I said in my mind. This is what I do. In my mind, it's all in my mind. This is the first time hearing her. Sometimes I do this. It is somebody else that can pick up that responsibility for just a moment. It ain't that I don't want it.
Responsibilities of the yams or what?
The responsibility of all the things to be doing in that moment because sometimes I just don't be having time.
You know what?
What you want? Give me some sugar.
Hell, fuck no. What?
See, that's the reason why y'all need to get a unicorn.
A unicorn.
Yeah, see a unicorn. No. So
what's a unicorn?
Who is both of y'all's girlfriends? She can take care of you when you need it, and she can take care of him. She just
that is a unicorn.
And that's y'all unicorn.
We don't
Hey, it's just a
April said, "Let me won't feel like we don't have a unicorn. We do not have a unicorn.
We don't have one. We don't have one.
Like I don't need you to talk to us. You don't need to know nothing. Like
I need there's some high five going on there. There's some high five going on.
Number 16 because that was the first number came out of my mouth.
We was about to interview some unicorns over here.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Hey, Ayana, you gonna have to go look. We're gonna look and do some research, the encyclopedia, and see what the number 16 really means, because that's the first thing that came out of my mouth. And the first thing came out of my mouth. What is 16? That number got to mean something, Shawty.
Unicorn.
Yes. 16 unicorn.
On track. We still have not determined why we want monogamy because clearly we don't want to give it up the way they need it.
But see, I don't.
So that ain't really a question for us.
That throws out that cliche, man. Be like, man, you ain't gonna get it, I get it somebody else.
I don't think women's intention going in. Now we got married later. Most of you guys got married younger, but I don't think our intention is, I want to get married and not give him any hardly.
Right.
I don't think that's our initial intention.
So when does it turn? When does it turn where
it turns different? In the podcast, what I liked was
forget the podcast. What is your thought?
No, I'm just saying they talked about the they talked about the age that men are at their highest in women, and they're actually in some different times. So sometimes those things factor in with your kids take down your libido. That doesn't mean there's not things you can do to kind of help with that. That's part of being married, is working through those things and what can you I think somebody mentioned a birth control that helps with that. There's different things you can do, but you also have to honor that this is if you're in that stage, this is where we are. This has come down. I don't really feel like it. Now we know that we're going to have to deal with that for a second till we figure out how to get over that.
And I think you got to know how to communicate with that person as well, and know how to do things in order to turn them on. Not just, I know men, your intent is going to be to, you know, get some yams, but do something that appears that that's not the intent. You understand what I'm saying?
Lay on my stomach.
Now we got to do magic.
You said lay on your stomach.
You do, but that's what you expecting out of us. You want magic tricks out of us.
No, I'm saying y'all try to make us do mind games. Like now we got to try to do reverse psychology on you.
Instead babe, but you've done stuff you're like, I'm not doing this to get anything. I just thought that I would do something that you've done that for me before. So it's like you're going to get something that you've actually
No, that's not what she said.
She said,
but that is what she said, though.
Like, I'm doing this so I can get some yams.
But we know that's what you're doing.
But you know that's why you're doing it. I wasn't doing it for the yams at that point. I was just doing it.
But you had to state it because a lot of times you are always ready to get the
correct.
I always.
I think that say like I'm not trying.
Because you would have then looked at it like I was doing that just to
not
get
necessarily,
it.
But the thing is if you do that, enough, more than just straight up asking for yams, you do other things.
So, but here's the thing.
Saying that could help.
Let's go back to the Smiths. Okay, what she said. I'm sorry. What's your name again? I hate to say.
Ayana.
Ayana. Okay.
They ain't never met.
He don't met Ayana several times.
You know.
Ayana and Brandon, the only one that ain't got a light in their face. Y'all dog.
She said, why you ask for monogamy? If you're gonna act like it's so why ask for monogamy if you're gonna act like it's a chore? So here's my thing to what the podcast itself was actually talking about, which I agree with her. If you want me to be with just you and only you, and you are gonna be the one that satisfies my needs when they're needed, and that's what you want to take on, because that's what monogamy is asking for me to be the only one that does this to you. I'm the only one that can give you what you need. Then you need to give me what I need. Because if not, just say you want to be married to me, but we don't have to be monogamous.
But we're not a robot. You just turn on and we to you whenever you want.
Well, we not okay, but then we not just a robot that I'm stuck and just jump up whenever you bend over and say stick it in. I don't want none of that.
I understand. So then you understand a little bit. You understand how it can be.
I'm just saying,
both people aren't ready.
If you say I want you exclusively to only get my yams and I'm gonna take care of your needs for the yamage you need, then give me.
Hold on.
Vince like he had something for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. First of all, sir, Mr. Motley.
Philip. I don't know if I did a good job.
Motley Crue.
Philip, I can't say I agree with everything you're saying, but I agree with your sentiment. I know where you were trying to go with that. What I would say is to remember, because I do a lot of stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with me trying to get some. If I'm out and about and I know us, like if I go buy myself some candy, if I buy some candy for me and my son, I grab her a chocolate bar, stick it in her little cabinet of snacks that she keeps separated from our stuff. I go out. If I buy some sneakers,
no, man, go ahead.
That's a whole other conversation. Whole other conversation.
I already knew the answer to it. I'm just talking.
So if I'm looking at sneakers and I see something I think be dope on her feet or that I think she would like, I'll send her a picture or I just buy them. If I go in our room and I see something of hers in a place that it ain't normally in, and I think that she didn't leave it there or she didn't mean to leave it there, I don't even tell her that I moved it. I just move it back to wherever the hell it was. I don't do that with my stuff. I do it with hers. I'll put it wherever I think she think it's supposed to go. So the next time she be looking for it, it'll be right there. If I'm of the mind that she's about to miss something that she's interested in, I try to point those things out. It's a bunch of stuff that I do.
Your focus don't be yams while you're doing that.
Hey, his focus yams tonight. That's why he's putting all this stuff out that he doing.
Brandon,
he do all that stuff without the focus of yams. No. Hey, let me tell you something. He do all that stuff without the focus of yams. But when
y'all to be quiet,
situation, he don't get it. He be like, that's when he started thinking about all this stuff he done did. Like,
Be like, I took care of all this shit.
I done bent over backwards.
Yeah.
And you ain't trying to let me in.
No, my point is that these are the things we do on a normal basis, but those are the same things that they are matching with you all the time.
Right.
Because there are a bunch of things, like I've already stated, that she does when she comes home, plus that's on top of her normal stuff. And then I have a couple of extra jobs myself. So I'm usually not home until about 9-10 o'clock at night, depending on what I'm out doing. But I have a couple of extra jobs. So when I finally do come home, she be already wound all the way down. Typically be knocked cold out when I come in the house.
Facts.
So
now let me. I want to bring up something too, man, because I have not been very successful with this part of our marriage, and I notice a lot of guys that I talk to say I can do this, but I've tried a couple of times and it just didn't work for me. These yams over here, when these yams sleep, you can't wake these yams up until these yams finna get into it. It's not, and I know a lot of dudes say, man, I wake my girl up in the middle of the night. That's the best time while they sleep. I'll be like, bro, I done tried a couple of times. When I tell you, cut off, I be have to go back downstairs and rethink my whole situation. Because
let me throw something on the table real quick. And
you can't wake this woman up trying to get no sex, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Let me let you in on something. And I talk
she be mad. You woke me up for this. I was wait a minute, but this is gold right here. This is
now, when you talking about my damn sleep, like let me be clear.
Sleep is more important than busting the
absolutely, because it takes me a long time. Like y'all, I literally ride the midnight out, or I cannot.
That's the only thing you ain't riding in the midnight.
This is why I want to invite him. This is why he's not welcome here, because he can't stay on straight. This is why I don't want him.
We all on subject.
No, but
we brought up something.
Mike made a great point, because I just remember it was about a week ago. I came into the room. She not up under the covers, butt naked, skin looking good, jam sitting there pretty. And so I'm gonna go over there, creep and get it. You know what I'm saying? To see if I can make it happen.
Because they be looking like you want them.
I know that every time that's happened, she swat me away, or she don't want it. So
I get woke up.
I tried to
get woke up with the dick all in my back, and I just roll over.
Roll over on the
side. I think you might have been one of my friends that said you can do that. Most of my partners say they can do that, but I'd be like, I'm gonna try it, but I don't want to get turned down.
Let me just throw this out there though, Mike. Mike,
I'm trying to open
let me just tell you this though, Mike. Mike, some you got to remember, lots of dudes like to lie about something that one of their homeboys can do because they can't do it themselves.
Well, one of my homeboys be lying. One of my homeboys on this screen, obviously he was killing chicks.
I have woken this one up out of her sleep plenty of nights.
Yeah, I know.
It is definitely a good time. But
you was trying to wake up out of her sleep and she not with it.
Did she say hell no?
Only one time
on the side.
It must be the light skins here. It must be the light skins.
First and foremost, let me be 100% clear with y'all. I got an issue with breath. You not finna smash and your breath stink. At 3 o'clock in the morning, your breath stink.
Bro,
I'm
not even most of the time. I'm not even sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning. But let me tell you something. We could be watching something on TV. We know these are actors. They just got out their trailers. They are well washed and brushed, and they jumped in the bed to do this scene where they gonna kiss when they first woke up. It still get on her nerves.
It do me too, though. It do me too. Cause I always
woke up.
I got real high. I do that. So in my mind, at 3 o'clock in the morning, you ain't been talking a lot. You probably done ate some shit. I need you to brush my teeth. That's immediately gonna take me out.
You need to brush your teeth.
I need to brush my own.
Y'all ain't talking it.
Listen, you ain't.
Listen, the moon gonna come out and then it's gonna come through the nose. I don't
at 3:00 in the morning, I don't want no missionary anyway. I'm at 3:00. I'm hitting on the side.
Turn over.
And on the side.
Put your face in the pillow.
I shouldn't smell nothing.
Put your face in his pillow.
Exactly.
3:00 in the morning without brushing your teeth and being able to
Roll
talk.
up, put your face
You
in
wrong.
the pillow.
He wants you to go to the whole dentist
Just
and
turn
get
to
a
the
cleaning.
side when you ain't
You
facing the
wrong.
phone.
3:00 sex do not. You don't gotta brush your teeth.
No,
No, because
And that coochie, it be marinating. It be sitting in that bed. It be moist. Still moist.
Yeah.
All he needed some walk, and you to turn your head the other way.
No, because he want to suck on the nipples. He want to feel. He want to do all that shit. You come around to my nipple with your morning breath.
I'm not gonna suck on
I'm
it. You want to reach around and squeeze that thing.
Yeah.
Ain't no sucking nipples at 3. A good
I'm not sucking it.
And furthermore, at 3, I just fell asleep 10 minutes ago. I can't.
You ain't
sleep.
gotta wake back up, Kiki. Just get that puss a little bit woke. Turn to the side.
Let me tell you something. We're gonna do an experiment.
Too much.
Yeah.
Ayana,
Yeah.
we're gonna do an experiment.
We can do
Sometime in the near future, not tonight, but
it.
sometime in the near future, because I'm a little under the weather. I got little gungas going on, but I'm gonna try to sneak in there,
Okay.
slide in, slide out, try to get some of them
Yams,
real quick, and just to see. Because I hadn't. Now, with that being said, I haven't done it in years because last time I did it, it was like, dang. And I start clutching my pearls like she don't want me.
That nigga.
The day that you try to sneak in and slide the net yams is the next day you're gonna be having to move in my apartment. I'm sick of this shit. No, I don't want that.
We gotta get to bed a little bit earlier so that when he sneaks
It don't be good. No. It don't be good.
Now, with that being said, hold on. To be 100% real though, to be 100% real, my wife does not sleep well.
I don't sleep.
When she finally do fall asleep, it's
don't
like
wake me up.
It's a rarity.
The jug is good.
Sometimes, bro, I have to pee at 4:00 in the morning. I get up and I see the light from her phone on over there. Like, what are you doing awake? So
a black mile. I'm in the garage.
Need to get some melatonin.
yeah, you man.
I be taking melatonin.
As long as there ain't no crack pipe.
Listen, my mind. I have a really big mind. My mind. I probably need to be careful.
You need to get
it. Both of us need.
They don't make no goddamn sense.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey.
3:00 in the morning sound like a time you end up pregnant. No.
In the middle of the night. Yes, you do.
And look. Hold on. This is the funny part right here, though.
Not okay.
She said it's not okay.
This is the funny part, bro. It be the next day sometime. And she be like, I wanted it last night. Why you ain't come up here and take it?
No.
You sounded like a whole gorilla monkey beast snoring in that room. You want to disturb that and try to get it? Yeah, I wanted it. You could have got it. Really?
It be before 12.
Are we lying or are we stupid? What's going on?
Before 12 that I be making these comments. Clearly, if I make it past
it's so many times she be like, why you ain't come up there and get it? And I be like, for real? We gonna do this today?
We gonna do this,
Mike,
right?
that's a lie. I can use that line too. No, good goddamn well. I'm glad you didn't try to come.
Yeah, she. But
right. You
I like both of them.
That's when you act
I
like
like both of them. Them two niggas funny.
But you know what? I am not with morning sex. I'm
not a big fan of morning sex.
I don't want.
A lot of people like it, but
I don't want no funky breath. And you done been asleep all night. And you done had your nighttime stuff.
Got to kiss in the morning.
No, because when you roll over and want to be in my face to wake me up, and plus, let's be clear. Let's be real clear. You done slept all night long. Had you a good, nice, sweaty sleep. Your stuff down there.
Oh no, most times, a lot of times in the morning that thing be on point, but
the few times it's happened, he actually was like, "Yeah, that was good." So
in the morning it be on point, but
no, that's why it's not consistent because you don't want it in the morning.
Huh?
It's not consistent because you don't want it in the morning.
Me? You know what I mean? No, because this is why I don't want it in the morning. Why I don't want it in the morning, it ain't got nothing to do with
No,
her.
not you, Mike. I'm talking about
okay.
no.
Oh, okay, so I feel.
That
He
is.
said it ain't consistent. She be trying to give it to him in the morning.
Oh,
He say he don't want it in the morning.
For the record,
I'm looking out
wait.
for her.
For the record though, Phil. Nah, put your hand down, Phil. Put your hand down.
Looking out for
Because
her.
you can't say something about her waking up in the middle of the night, but you don't want to wake up in the morning, Pepper.
No,
I got you.
You all the way out of pocket, bro. You
here's
gotta
the
put yourself
thing.
back in the pocket.
If I wake up in the morning for it, let's talk about some things that gotta happen. I gotta get up, brush my teeth. When I first wake up, I gotta pee. So it ain't just gonna happen. I got to get up, and go pee first. I gotta brush my teeth.
That's fine. I do that.
No, Phil, you got.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and pee, man. Cause I'm telling you, whether you got liquid in your bladder or not, that be different. That's my experience. You know, I don't know.
That may be true. That still don't mean to refuse it if you must have it other than.
But if I get up to go and you want it right there, then you like, it's just the moment's gone now. Well, I had to pee. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to pee on you? Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. I
don't know. What's worse?
I'm a germaphobe. I don't know.
I know, man.
I do not to be doing this to me.
I know. Do not pee. Do not let a fart slip out.
I need clean.
I don't know. Maybe tissue in the booty hole kind of throw it out sometimes. The tissue ball you might see every night. You know. I'm telling you that, bro.
Hey, that doesn't happen.
Listen, first of all,
my wife got the type of personality. If it's anything that's gonna make her look a certain type of way, she'll be like, I don't even tell her. I see a little ball of tissue right that big. I thump that motherfucker and keep it moving. Yeah, because if I tell her, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take a shower. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So,
I done it. I done been down there getting ready to lick it, and I see a little tissue. I'm just down there moving it.
You're like, picking cotton. If you tell them, you don't think they so nasty.
Yeah, we about to go get in the shower.
No, because I'll take you how you are, baby. Give it to me. Get this tissue out the way.
Because we gotta use the bathroom. I got a lot of stuff that be in my mind. Like y'all, I can't help it. I can't. So here we go. Like we are at an hour.
I don't want to disrupt. My bad.
We at an hour and 41 minutes. I don't know if we still the answer Ayana's question or the main question. Monogamy for me is really, really important because I think it's a lot that you have to think about. Like seriously, I want to know that you are just mine. I want to know that you aren't out here cheating. You know what I'm saying? I want to know that I have your whole heart. Monogamy is really, really important. But I will be honest with saying, you don't realize when you get married how many responsibilities come with this shit. Like it's a lot of stuff that keep on coming and you keep on coming and you keep on coming. And then he want more kids and shit. It just be a lot of stuff.
Keep on coming.
See, this is why I can't bring him in here. Like I can't.
Hey, hold on. So my question to the women. All right. So with the with the question posed, like the monogamy thing, all that. So what would you tell women like who thinking about getting married, who got a man, about the sex aspect of the relationship? Like what will be y'all advice to the female?
Right. For them going in, what's gonna change? Like, if anything, what's gonna change after marriage?
No,
as far as
even with sex, like what should a nigga kind of like get his mindset on? What should tell them? Do you quickly dispel the thought
don't get married? That it's gonna happen all the time. Do you dispel that right away?
I would tell a woman the same thing men tell men: don't get married.
Clearly.
Let me tell y'all something that's real though. You gotta keep it. Because you can't just say don't get married because all your ass is married. You gotta keep it spicy.
Right.
Regardless, you're the man or the woman in a relationship. You got to keep that thing spicy.
You do.
Me and wifey just started going to like ass clubs like in the past year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, it's been about 2 or 3.
That long, maybe that long. But it's certain things that like, man, I ain't want to tell the story. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh God.
She went to a who was Ayana there?
Ayana was there.
Ayana, I need you to listen now.
I'm listening.
Are you high? Good?
No.
I'm just playing. I know you don't. I know you don't. So anyway.
You tipsy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she tipsy. Yeah, that one.
Yes.
So look, Look, listen, y'all listen me up.
I'm listening, Mike.
Y'all went. I don't know if you remember, but y'all went to a pole dancing class. Do you remember that?
I do.
The girl, she said it was something about the girl that was teaching y'all. That was doing a little something to her emotional side. It was something about the way she moved that made wifey to be like kind of, bruh, I promise you, I don't know what that shit did, but we need to find this motherfucker here, boy. That whole next 2 weeks, he was a straight up freak, bruh. I'm coming home from work.
Hey man, we all need
to come home from work and
we all need to go to the strip club.
Knees, bro. I'm getting it on point.
Everybody, we all need to go to the strip club.
Shout it. Bro, listen though. She ain't never been like this the whole time we've been married. I don't know what that girl did. She put her in a trance or something. I don't know what it did, but I was getting it so much. And it wasn't just like, he'll take it, bend over. It wasn't none of that. It was all over me, kicking on my neck, all the way down to the chest, all the way down there, come back up, turn around, flip it, rub it down.
That girl was your unicorn. You ain't even know.
There it is.
Hey, it was either that or she gave my wife an X pill or something. I don't know what it was, but it was going.
An X pill that lasted 2 weeks?
That's what I said last
week. It was 2 weeks.
I need some of that if it lasts 2 weeks.
That was before her. I think we got pregnant.
I think that's when she got pregnant with Harley. I think it was.
Good work. Good work.
So I need to go shake this chick hand and give her a high five or something.
Well, you need to send her by all our ways. Send her all of us need to go to her thing.
I didn't want to embarrass you.
I'm not embarrassed, really.
Okay.
I'm just talking.
Was I bad for telling that story?
No, you're okay.
Okay. Everyone that want to show me Wednesdays, man, because I feel like I'm over 7 months done.
To some of the stuff that you made, I hate to admit it out loud.
What happened? What you say?
I hate to admit it out loud, but I do. I kind of agree with some of the stuff that the guys are saying.
Oh, what? I haven't been able to catch up on the comments. So what?
It's a lot of comments. That's fine.
So go catch up on the comments first.
Okay.
You need to learn how to have 3 a.m. sex is number one.
I ain't gonna be able to do that. I didn't sign up for this shit in the vows. My vows didn't say nothing about 3 a.m.
You can hold it.
I didn't know that I was gonna have insomnia, and I didn't
honor and obey.
That you brush your teeth. Like it's too much going on.
It say to have in the hole. You supposed to have him at 3 a.m. and hold that shit up, Kiki. I'm not gonna let you get away.
You made that up to fit. You made that up to fit into the scenario.
You got to do better, friend. I ain't gonna let you get away with that.
Yeah.
Read your comments. Cheers.
I got a unicorn.
Hey, nothing else about me not waking up at 6 o'clock because I'm not doing that shit. Okay. That's it. I told y'all I'm not doing that.
My thing is, don't wake up. Just have it. Just go to sleep that way. Too.
I mean,
when I come in, I just go.
You just gotta wake up with it all up in there.
Can y'all agree that? Well, maybe I need to start waking him up before I go to sleep because I ain't even gonna lie. I be in my mind a lot. I don't sleep well at all. Like I don't even think in a week's time that I get a whole 24 hours of sleep. Like I always be up. Okay. So he need to start addressing me before I finally fall asleep.
But if you're not really falling asleep, then I don't see the issue. You're not really asleep. Turn your ass over and go ahead and get this man what he needs. You just said that you don't really need.
Because here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy. If you still up at 2:30 in the morning, before you go to that sleep that you was waiting for, go ahead and
knock him out right quick. No, hold on. Let me tell you something. I love my wife to death, man, but
what?
It ain't no reason. It ain't no reason I should be taking care of myself when I got some naked ass upstairs. That's all I'm saying. Like sometimes I come up there and I be like, damn, I know she ain't gonna want to wake up. And I push on her, I squeeze on one of them cheeks a little bit, and she be like, brush me out like that. And I be like, okay, let me try another approach. So I get in front of her and I grab her waist with both hands. she looked like she wanted to toot that booty out, but that also turned into get off me, like. And then she kind of toot her head up like that, and some snoring come back, and I'd be like, you know what? It's just me and you, Lefty. It's just me.
Kiki, you putting on the whole performance to reject this dick, like a whole.
I did. Don't be waking me up.
Hold on, hey, Mike. Honestly, what I found to work straight up, like if I go out and I'm
brother, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, B.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I will text Ayana if I'm out, and I'll be like, "Hey, I'm getting that pussy tonight." You know what I'm saying? And so it's just one of them things. So she already know.
She know it's coming.
If I come home, regardless of what time, I'm gonna touch her. I'm gonna roll over.
You gave her a fair warning, so she already know.
I'm gonna get it.
And I might be a freak because I be liking that shit. Go ahead and tell me what you about to say.
But she can lay down, do all this and that. I'm gonna get my strokes in until you can't go no more. And then fuck it, we'll go to sleep or whatever happen. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like putting it out there early on. Hey, baby, I'm feeling this type of way. You know what I'm saying? While she still texting before when I come home,
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I come home, hey, get ready. I'm gonna write them down. And honestly, I ain't had no problems with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had no problems with it. And like,
all right, so sometimes you gotta give them a little, free
like, hey, baby, I want it, baby. Hey, you sexy as hell. Hey, I gotta get that thing tonight. Prep up for.
Oh, that's good. You sexy as hell. That's good.
Yeah. That sexting is good.
While we over here, B, how about you also send him some notes on making sure that he clean up the house with me? Send him some notes on all the other stuff that.
Nigga, I fold the clothes.
Ain't nobody talking about cleaning up the house.
No. Because I be tired. I have a whole bunch of stuff to do.
That goes back into the whole busy thing. I got a lot of shit going on too, man. So.
Well, you need to pay for somebody to come clean this motherfucker up.
I'm willing to do that.
Okay, great.
I'm willing to do that.
Responsibilities and things that we are busy doing. So we gotta,
That's not true though. But if it's kind of lopsided and it's not balanced, you do have to make an effort, and whether that is paying for someone to come clean, because those things can't make a difference.
I don't mind paying to have somebody come clean. We've talked about that before. But here's what I want to know,
bro. Look, I had to pay. I pay somebody to come cut my grass every 2 weeks and trim my hedges, bro, because I cannot fit it into what I had going on the weekend. I'm not opposed to that. A little senorita coming in here getting in. She might be a little young thing too. Might be number 16. Who knows? But
might be a unicorn.
This bullshit. I'm just playing because I do not like the way that Vincent White started looking real perturbed just then. That was a joke. That was completely
because that lined up too well.
Pull them together.
Wait a minute now.
Pull them together.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind. There's a lot of stuff that need to be done around here. A lot.
Yes.
Y'all can only see this wall right here.
Both of y'all schedules can be busy, but you just got to figure out how to manage that so that she won't have any reason to really, reject it sometimes.
But hold on.
When I'm trying to get yams, she think about this house is dirty, this, that, and the other, all this stuff going on. When she's trying to get it from me though, when I think Kiki, sometimes I don't think my sexy red wife that I fell in love with. Sometimes I think, because she handles so much of like responsibilities as far as the bills and all that stuff, I think water bill, light bill, cell phone bill. And she's sexy, but I don't see that sexiness sometimes because I'm blinded by all the responsibility that I didn't have before we got married. And it's like, when I think about you, I gotta move all that to the side to be like, okay, there's a little bad red thick yams that I fell in love with. Let me go and get in there. You feel me? So
I totally agree, because when I think about your ass, I think about 1,000 shoes, an expensive ass car, the next fucking $30,000 you're gonna spend at one time. I think about your ass not to clean up this motherfucker.
Kiki, I be thinking about.
I make that money back. I make that money back, and you can't even think about that.
Let me be clear. And it's real cute. This is what I be thinking about. So I feel you on that.
What you talking about? That same apartment that I was just telling you about upstairs that I was finna go get? You stole my shit. You was over here before me. You stole my apartment. I was already in my apartment. Condo downtown.
Great view.
Great view.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
I'm going down, bro.
So I still want to know because this question hasn't got answered. I can't remember who. I remember who asked. No, not that. Somebody asked this, and I still haven't heard all the ladies answer this. But the question was asked: What is it that you would say to other women who are thinking about getting married, or to those couples? What would you say towards how sex is going to turn out? I have waited for y'all's answer for that.
I know.
What advice would you give?
One thing I was going to say is they talked about that in the podcast, and they were talking about preconceived notions on both sides going into marriage, because men, the whole sex thing, men, sometimes you hear that you're not going to get it. Sometimes men hear you should be able to get it whenever you want. What a lot of times, because people used to not talk about being married and how much you have sex, how much you don't. So we should give them some advice. There are going to be ups and downs with sex. That's my advice. The thing is to make sure that
it's gonna be some ups and downs for the guy. The girl, she get what she gonna get it when she wants.
There's gonna be
we gonna have some ups and downs.
There's gonna be sometimes 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. where girls get rejected too, women get rejected too.
Y'all sleep. Y'all sleep.
No, I have tried.
Let's be fair.
I got a question, man. I think it at the end of the day, it depends on the person, man. Because some men want a woman that's respectable, that can, like you said, a lady in the streets, a freak in the streets, whatever. Right. But some dudes just want straight up freaks, bruh, who ready for it, any and every time, gonna drop down to the knee, gonna do everything and anything whatever he wanted. I had a problem with doing certain stuff to her when we first met, because I was like, that's something you do to a little broad you don't really care about like that. You don't just scared, put it everywhere. You don't do that to your wife. I'm just saying that was me for a while.
But you can if you want to have that.
This is my bad right here, because she was like, why you feel like that? I'm like, your wife, you should be able to do anything freaky you want to do to me. I like, you at the same time, you Kiki, though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to look at Kiki the same way when she just had them gobs dripping down her face last night. I don't know, man.
But you know what?
A long time to be like, okay,
playing freaky shit. Let it squirt all on their face and let it run down.
But you said it without me going into that detail. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. And you be like, you would see it on a porn or something. You be like, I can't see doing my wife like that, like just.
But you gotta think, if that's the person that you are monogamous with and that you're gonna be with for the rest of your life. Sometimes
you can't do it with her. You can't do it with nobody else. Fact.
Mike, I need to clutch my pearls because I be getting done like that.
Damn, B.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. Except that's what
Listen,
you like. That's what you like.
Listen.
Communication part comes. You have to state your needs.
So listen though, I always had this one saying approaching that kind of situation. Whatever it is that she want me to do, I am at the very least willing to try it.
Right.
At the very least.
Don't say everything.
There's only one thing that she could want to do to me tonight.
No, wait a minute. Don't say everything.
Yeah, they got
here's the thing though, bro. No, I
can say now. It's a lie.
Everybody stop. Hold on, because I can clear that up right now. I can fix this for you right now. I can fix this for you right now. I know her well enough to know that I can say anything.
Okay.
I don't gotta worry about that extra stuff. Some of that I never have to worry about coming across my plate.
Right.
Because she ain't gonna try you like that.
She ain't gonna ask you to do it.
Right.
Okay. Well, I was just going off the anything comment.
Yeah, but I can say anything about her.
If there's some stuff he'll let me do, that mean I don't need to be with him.
She not even gonna ask you.
I get what he's saying, and she know you well enough to know what stuff ain't gonna be the anything.
So I don't gotta worry about the rest of that.
Okay. So she know how you is in your man, she know not to try you like.
Know where we at.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the question is, why would she want to do that anyway?
Some women,
bro.
Yeah, there are some.
Not mine.
It's funny because
women.
It's funny because I posed this same question.
Put my glasses back on.
Man, go ahead and get that educated on our ass.
There was one comment on my page where a girl said that she feel like that it's sexist for us to say that women are the ones that don't want it, because she said for her, she always wanted, like, it's got to go down, period, when she wanted.
There are some women like
she
that.
said she got engaged to her guy and made them move in together to test it out before
Right.
they get married, to make sure that every time she wanted, she can get it, whether it's 2 times a day, every day, or whatever.
Right.
So she said it's not always just the men.
That's why I said it depends on the person. Some women are just straight up nymphomaniacs, bro.
Yeah.
They just want it all the time.
Yeah.
And that thing ain't I don't know about you. I'm 38 years old. This thing ain't gonna stand up no 4-5 times a day like that.
Yeah,
bro.
I already one and done.
Hey.
I told baby, one and done nowadays. Come
In
on
a
now.
day?
You ain't got to worry about.
Man, I know some of my homeboys. I don't know if they lying, but they be like, man, I put that thing back in there and buzz again. I be like, oh, what can I learn?
I was like, that was back in my teens and early 20s. That ain't happening now. You
4 times in the same 24 hours?
Right.
In the same couple of hours.
Mike, they lying.
First of all, let me go ahead and throw this on the table. After that second one, it's gonna hurt.
There you go. There you go. And sometimes they don't understand.
Trying to deal with that.
They don't understand.
Man, I got partners from my homeboy. He bragged about the fact that he played with all the
trying
time.
to get it 2 seconds. That head is hurt.
I need some water and I need a nap.
It's gonna be a little raw. It's gonna be a little sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, y'all. We have been on
I'm sorry.
for 2 hours.
That's my bad.
I don't think we have come to. We need a part 2 because we have not come to a conclusion. We don't know what to tell women who aren't married. They need to expect. We still don't know why we want monogamy. So we know it's all down for a part 2 at a later time. You said what? Absolutely nothing. I think it was great conversation. It was amazing conversation. I ain't even been over here to these comments, so I'm gonna have to come back with questions from the
I've been reading them a little bit. Great comments.
Like, it's so much. Like, it literally was a great topic. So I think that I'm gonna collect some of these comments. I think we're gonna have to come back maybe next week if y'all got time for a part 2, and maybe we invite some other people, because I saw a couple of people like, hey, I got our opinion.
Dana said she wanted
to join. Just to be able to see, like, this might go on forever. We don't necessarily
with no solution.
Right. And I got like a 7:30 a.m. meeting, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for joining me.
Hey, we had a great time, man. Invite us back.
Awesome.
To all the wives out there, man, make sure y'all give y'all husbands some yams tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, to all the wives out there.
That's too much pressure, B.
Look, she done look at the watch. Like, what time is it?
Hold on, Phil. She might try to give you something in the morning. You better wake up and get them.
Listen.
I don't know.
This conversation, I don't even want none now.
Right. Seriously. So take B advice, y'all. I ain't getting no yams today. I'm gonna go lay down. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's some bullshit.
Go to sleep.
That's some bullshit.
I'm gonna tell y'all that
just spit on it. Spit on it.
Spit on it. Today ain't gonna happen. I tell y'all, everybody off ribbon ain't gonna happen today.
Man, hell no, that fake ass John.
Hey, it ain't about being tired. Who's yawning? No. But she been going through some situations today where she been feeling nauseous and stomach and all that. I don't know what the hell going on.
Hey, Mike. I already told Kiki earlier.
No, she been throwing up and shit. I'm kind of good on it.
I said kiss on her, don't kiss her.
Okay, and then my little snot-nosed little girl upstairs then gave me this damn gungus all in my throat. So this is a lot of nasty going on that ain't gonna mix well with sex. Not tonight, anyway. Earlier when a woman get nauseous out of nowhere and be throwing up and stuff, That's not a good sign.
Harley got a sibling. Harley got a sibling.
That's what I
Hey,
said.
Only me and God.
Look at them two motherfuckers right now,
Only
man.
me and God.
Hey, I remember the line where Mike said he wanted another one. Here it comes.
Baby, two on the way.
It's okay, Kiki. I'll be godmama number 2. I got you.
Hey.
No, this is not okay because I ain't going to this. Like, are y'all serious?
They said be real
If we got to deal with another one on top of that one that's upstairs and that grown one that just left not too long ago, bro, it's gonna be some smoke, man.
I honestly don't think that's the issue. Now, if I feel like this tomorrow, I'm going to the doctor. But I just think I just got an upset stomach.
It was out of the blue though, so it was.
Upset your stomach, all right.
You're right. That's how everybody said it first. That's you trying to convince yourself. It's just my stomach hurt. That's all.
Yeah, just rub it, Mike. Put something else in it.
No, bye, y'all. Like, literally, listen, we're gonna come back next week. Y'all check out our calendar.
Somebody said the Smiths are having too much fun now.
It's the red cup.
But we're gonna be back next week because I do think that we have a continuation. I ain't even get to half of the questions that I had on here. Like, period.
That's because of me. I ain't gonna be on that time.
See,
I gotta stick on this.
You gotta join.
You gotta come on back, man.
The conversation. Like, seriously, and I'm really interested in what people got to say. So y'all know how I do. I got to process. I got to go through. I got to look at the comments. I got to make some notes. I got to make sure I acknowledge everybody. So I appreciate y'all tonight. Y'all wrote 2 hours and 5 minutes. This has been excellent conversation. I hope that we help somebody, but I doubt it because we still don't damn know.
Hey, just fuck song. That's all you got to do. Just fuck song.
Right. That's the solution.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Definitely not wrong. On Friday for a Halloween live. And I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, I'm turning up Friday. I'm turning all the way up. I'm going to get a brand new bottle. It's going down.
Love y'all.